Hello everyone, Preppery Mike here. I thought I'd do a side-by-side comparison of two survival knives that you might see for sale. One is what I would view as a not very good choice for survival, though it has some features that might be of interest for specialized tasks. And the other is what I would consider a overall very good choice for survival. The one that I don't consider the best choice is the cold steel Bushman. It is a hollow-handled knife, so you could definitely fit some things into the knife. And while it's full tang, it's a very, very thin blade. And I have seen some videos where people were batoning with it and chunks of the knife came out. So not super high quality. It's a very round grip without a lot to grab onto, so if my hand was sweaty or it was a little bit raining or something like that, I can imagine the knife turning in my hands as I worked. There's not much of a guard here, so if I was digging into something, there's quite a good possibility that my hand might slip and I could end up cut. It does have the ability to be converted to a spear. There's a hole here you can put a screw through. So if your main thing was you wanted to have like a spear fishing thing and turn your walking stick into a spear to help be better protected from wild animals, this would probably fulfill that role a lot better than the survival knife. Mora Bushcraft, one of the late survival instructors that I respected a lot, said that a survival knife could best be described as a pry bar that could be usable as a knife that you could carve a netting needle with. In terms of this knife, I definitely think I could carve a netting needle, and it would function as a knife, but definitely I would imagine trying to use it as a pry bar, it would perhaps break. Sheath is serviceable. It has some retention. It's all plastic. It doesn't look like Kydex style plastic to me. More like cheap stuff. It does come with a ferro rod, a very small and dinky one, about half the size I'd expect with a survival knife, but I can imagine starting a fire with it. So the next knife over here is a Mora Bushcraft knife. High visibility orange, so you'd have a lower chance of losing it, unlike the all black knife over here. The ferro rods, you can tell just by looking at it just how much beefier the Mora Bushcraft ferro rod is. I personally like the ones that are like half-inch round, but this would definitely do a lot better job with lighting fires than the steel. It would last a lot longer too. The Mora knife also comes with a sharpening steel here, so you could sharpen the knife in the field, whereas the cold steel knife here does not have anything like a sharpening option with the knife at all. Knife thickness is considerably thicker on the Mora Bushcraft. I have batoned with these sort of knives, and they have worked just fine. I would have little fear that I would be able to successfully use this for any bushcraft tasks, and it would hold up reasonably well. This is also stainless steel, so you wouldn't have the rusting that you might with this high carbon steel blade. Overall, I would definitely recommend, due to being more robust and everything, if you're just picking a survival knife, to go with the Mora. However, the main thing what you want is to have your walking stick turned into a nice spear to fend off animals and perhaps stab fish with, this could fill that role. Perhaps as a backup knife, not for batoning, but if you have an axe or a tomahawk, you might not really care about batoning. But I would definitely view this as a better choice for a spearhead than a survival knife. And I would not rely on this for your ferro rod. I would bring something that's a little bit more robust. Hope everyone liked the review. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe.